Good morning, this is Cecil and Blues. Thank you for joining me for another episode of my Darkest Dungeon series. We are watching the puppy again this weekend, so I'm gonna try not to make any sudden movements. He's fallen asleep, and that should keep him relatively quiet while we record. So, today we are going to fight a boss, and the boss that we are going to fight is the Swine God. I did a little bit of preparation for this. One thing I forgot to check, though, that has come to my attention, and I really want to check. Alright, a lot of tanks down in this group. Not perfect. I will take this, though. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. That. I want to do this. Alright. Not perfect. We're trying to get a team of rank 3s and 4s that will be able to face the Shrieker, because we spawned a mid-level version of that. But this low-level team, it's not really good for fighting the Shrieker. We don't have a comprehensive group. Everyone only really functions in position 1 or 2. So that's still going to need some work. But what we have done to face the Swine God in preparation is we triggered the sunshine in the thickets, no, fresh air in the tunnels, which increases the damage we do in the warrens, and we have not started an infestation yet. I figure I'll try and finish these bosses off, Warrens and Cove, before our infestation gets kind of out of control. And then we can think about maybe the Darkest Dungeon and so forth. We definitely have pretty much an unlimited source of money at this point. I've started cleansing people of any weird quirks in hopes that we can make good use of that. So, let's go into the Warrens with this team. They're a marking party. They will also have Flare available to us, which will be useful. I did not want to bring my party that has Riposte. That I felt would be a bad thing to do for this boss. Let's take enough food. What else do we need? We probably want to bring curative items of all types so that we remain strong. We actually can take holy water. I don't think we'll need laudanum. Yep, I think this is good. So hopefully this will work out well for us. If we can use the holy water to prevent stuns in the early portions of the fight, we may be able to get through this relatively quickly. We'll also have to remember to activate Flare, because it's not going to be what's on my bar as we explore the dungeon.
The great thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it. A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
Probably the northwest, I figure. We can go ahead and just extract whatever goodness comes out of this curio. The answer is not a lot. The slippery boots are really not an acceptable trinket. I'm even just gonna throw that away right away. Not even crowd up my inventory with it. Let's head left. I'm hoping to get some scouting. I really wish I had the trinkets, the second trinket for the Houndmaster. I didn't even bring the first one, even though it has some scouting potential. It didn't really provide any additional benefit. But man, that set bonus, doing additional damage to things that are bleeding, that sounds delicious. Alright, here's our scouting. Did we get a double? We didn't get a double. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. Did get a hunger check.
Such blockages are
Once again, I'm hoping we get scouting here.
earliest settlers.
so that we can see what's going on. We got it. And alright, we know that the boss is up in that room, so we'll start with that. I also don't know if we have any good buffs to give our party.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Hound's Watch is probably the best option here. Get a little bit of stress. Save a piece of time. That seems unnecessary, though. Yeah, we don't have a lot to use, so we'll Hound's Watch. We'll restring Crossbow and Marching Plan. We can get rid of the debuff part of restring Crossbow. And the only other thing we can do is nothing. There are no benefits. We could... Yeah, there's no other buffs we have. So we can prevent stress on somebody? I don't know, you. Then we, rest.
The light, the promise of safety.
We take off Bola, replace it with Rallying Flare. We make sure we have Vulnerability Hex and Weakening Curse. Yeah. I think that's probably in our best interest here. Weakening Curse, we can stop the damage if that starts stacking up good. Which might be better than marking. Our Houndmaster needs to have Whistle. Right, Havoc isn't going to be doing him any good. Wounds, he can heal himself at least, so that'll work. This reduces Protect, so that'll be good. And what about you? What do you need? I'm satisfied with that. Alright, let's go fight us a boss. We did not encounter any other combat on our way here. We'll go exploring this this hallway afterwards, or the whole dungeon. Wait. Oh, I thought we only had the one stack of food. I was like, how did we burn through so much food? All right, here we go. I am going to bring our light all the way up before we enter. I am also going to have everybody drink a holy water. This will prevent the first couple rounds of stuns in All Hope. Not fully. Vulnerability Hex or Weakening Curse. Let's Weakening Curse. You can stack that up, it won't matter how much damage he does. He only gets one attack per turn, so it's quite fine. Whoops! Ha! I don't know why he switched the target there. That's fine though. Oh man, these stun resistances are not working. He actually doesn't have Protect, does he? Huh. Alright, we'll put the mark on him. We won't be able to cleanse that. So let's Weakening Curse. His damage is so reduced it shouldn't actually matter here. Still a lot of damage. Your resistances have been kind of pathetic, guys. Mental note, use dog biscuit.
A brilliant confluence of skill and
Then we
purpose.
can get his damage down to negative. There we go. Now he can't do any damage. Apparently he can still do some damage. So, let's heal. It's not a great heal, but it's not bad. Dog biscuit. We could just let that hit. And do some damage here. I don't know how bad it's going to be. Let's see how bad it is. Huh. He hit the wrong target, didn't he? I'm confused. He is no longer marked. Let's mark him. Debuff him. Rallying flare. Still lots of damage going on here. Bit of squeal. I should be using the stun on those two because they're important to the strategy. So we're not going to be able to clear these marks this turn. These guys are probably going to take a considerable amount of damage. Outside of the fact that we are debuffing his damage significantly prior to him dishing it out. Let's... Okay, well that was a pretty big hit. Obliterate messes still is bad, but not terrible. We may be able to get this kill here. I don't want to risk it though. 57 damage is unlikely. It's unlikely. We're unlikely to do 50 damage with this attack. So let's instead just clear. Wild flailing. Get back some health, feel a little bit safer. I'm gonna just start doing damage. He won't live long enough that the mark, I think, will matter. If we debuff him, I think he always stays at 80%. If we Rallying Flare, we get back the action on our Crusader that we otherwise would have lost. And I think we use it to do some damage. Alright, that is going to die as soon as it acts. We can do some healing then.
The blood pumps, the limbs obey.
Wilbur will just mark people, which is not a problem. But we do have to wait to kill Wilbur until the king, the god, dies.
Action cannot come soon enough.
Now, Wilbur. Now you are at our mercy. Try and get a little bit of health back. Stop with the fighting. You're done. Okay, you're not quite done. Okay, these low rows in the heels, this is punishment for not just killing him. There. Alright.
Give them no quarter.
Man, oh man, not a great set of items. We can take this blueprint. I don't think we need the blueprints anymore, though. Is that correct? Stun skill chance. I don't know if we have that. I don't know that I would use it. It would only be if we were, like, goofing around. So let's continue adventuring. Let's see what else we can squeeze out of this place. I don't think we're gonna find like a secret room or something, but you know, stranger things have happened. Next fight we in, we'll have to use a dog biscuit just so that we benefit. I am gonna hounds Harry. And just unleash as much AoE destruction as possible. $11 to $25. Do I want to guarantee a kill? Or likely get a kill? Let's guarantee a kill.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Lots of damage coming in at our Crusader, which is, you know, I know what he's there for, but would have liked the opportunity to get his defenses up first. This group of enemies is not going to last too much longer. Hound's Harry really doesn't do as much damage as I thought it did. That bleed is pretty insignificant.
A faint hope blossoms.
Wow, that is a low roll. Let's heal ourselves. I don't know how I feel about all this. Spreading out this damage is probably not in my best interest. That's a crit on a very low roll. But it was 8 health, so I'm okay with it. Let's bandage the Crusader. Okay, that's not fair, guys. The Crusader is marked. You should be hitting him.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. The wounds of war.
A little bit of heal there. And I do mean a little bit. Let's try to get back health.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's eat some food. bandage. Take along these with us. Let's see what this curio is. It's a sack. Let's just take whatever's in it. The answer is nothing. Let's head east, see what we can find. Disarm this. I almost stepped too far. We can cleanse this, right? Does it take away negative quirks? He's got a lot of negative quirks, so if that's what it does... What? Oops. Anything good, guys? Doesn't look like anything good. Let's get rid of the holy water to take that. Hey, we can get some scouting in here. Good deal. That's something down there. Someone gets stress relief from reading books. No one's at really high stress, so it wouldn't matter. We've surprised a group of bandits. We will get Hanzo first. He resisted our bleed. But our arrow was not... No, I don't have a joke. I'm gonna move on. Let's debuff this guy. And then let's try and redirect damage to our Crusader, since that's basically what he's here for now. His damage is pretty low. Slice and Dice is not redirected, but at least the damage to the Crusader is not high. And I guess he will be healing. These guys are fast, so I would like to kill them as quickly as we can. Alright, that one we're going to ignore from now on. Sure, why not? Shoot. Can't ignore the one in the second position. I was foolish about my choices.
A devastating blow.
Things happen sometimes, and I don't really know how to feel about them.
And driven into the mud.
I want to take as much loot as I can out of here. Let's see what's in this trapped chest.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Alright, no secret room. We could, like, go hunt down that treasure chest, but I feel like that's a waste of my time. Instead, we will just, get the heck out of here. Another one of the bosses down, which is good. Nico the Arbalist performed admirably, now with a name. I don't remember who that Arbalist was before. That's kind of the point. Yeah, 6 more recruits. Some of them are...
Find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Well... You're fine. Oh no, you're terrible! You're terrible, because the bird is almost invincible to blight. These guys are alright. He's alright. Maybe we... Sorry, we can't just abandon people. We have to choose. Dismiss hero.
Send this one to journey elsewhere.
How are we gonna do this?
Sterner stock.
Griffin... You're going away.
The task ahead is terrible, and weakness cannot be tolerated.
I would like an abomination.
Tortured.
But if we have an abomination,
This man is more dangerous than he seems.
we can't have a Vestal or a Crusader. Man-at-Arms would be alright. As the bird attacks so much, if we had a bunch of counterattacks, that would be strong.
His eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Yeah, alright, so... Then, we get rid of, Chani here. Building a team, I'm building a team.
The stomach for this place must move on.
Then we take one of these highwaymen.
Elusive, evasive, persistent.
And... Oh, how do we do it? Let's abandon Shawnee. And we'll take this grave robber.
Cast aside like a spent torch.
And our team will be 4th position man-at-arms, a 3rd position grave robber, a 2nd position highwayman who will be using riposte, and a 1st position abomination. Stress is going to get real bad, but I think they'll be fine. I'm going to have to run several missions to get them all up to rank 3 and 4. So look forward to that tomorrow, I think. Maybe we can go on one real quick here, just to see how they go. We want to pump either the Cove or the Warrens while we're doing it. So a couple of these guys are already prepped and ready to go. Let's reset our abilities. She doesn't have all the abilities she needs right now. That's easy. That's an easy fix. That's basically free. So let's very quickly go out here. We want to give her Thrown Dagger and Pick to the Face. And then we can actually have her keep... Maybe we'll have her be ranged like this. This Thrown Dagger is very good against the bird. This Blight will be basically useless, so maybe switch this? Nah. Alright, we'll want to use more ranged attacks on her for the time being. What about this guy? He does not have all the abilities he needs either. He needs to have point blank shot. And we'll just go ahead and give him that instead of open vein. The Abomination gets everything he needs by default. What do we got for the Abomination? The Osmond Chains. Damage on range skills and then crit on range skills. So that's very good for when he's not transformed. But can he use his chains when he's in position 1? He cannot use his manacles when he's in position 1. But that should be fine. He also can't use his Beast Bile. We'll only be able to use Absolve. That's going to be tricky for us. We'll have to keep that in mind. So we won't necessarily be using point blank shot all that much. And then we need a second trinket. Could reduce transformation stress. It's a weird set bonus. Increases damage on range skills. Reduces speed. I actually don't think this is good for us at all. I think it's better just to take something like some more generic damage, like just realized I need to shuffle there. Something like that. And then take the transformation stress still. I think that's better off. Here, we could go... We have both these trinkets. So this is a high virtue chance, which is a weird one. Speed and dodge, accuracy, and crit. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, I'm really not confident about this. Let's go with that for damage. Then maybe we go speed and dodge. We switch out. Let's focus there. I like that. Okay. Then this is taking longer than I expected. What can we do here? We want damage on range skills, but nothing limited to position 4. That's our trick. We'll also take the lucky talisman. This guy, we want his position. The bonus damage on riposte is very good, and the increased accuracy for it is very good. Oh, we don't even have that position 4 trinket. No problem. Alright, so you won't be able to won't be able to activate retribution? Well, this is backfiring on me all over the place. We'll have to put him in position 3? And then drop those, and instead we do bellow and bolster. Bolster, I think, used to give everybody bonuses, but now it only gives one person a bonus. Aww. Alright, well, let's give this a shot. I thought he could activate retribution from the back row. Take a couple of shovels just in case, and we're going to need a stack of that. Take a little bit of that. Alright. I'm not overly concerned about the difficulty of the mission. I'm just not sure I built a team that has a good synergy in it.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
Alright,
Even faster.
this is 100% of room battles. We didn't get scouting, so let's head north first.
Be gone, fiend.
She might have been able to take out 2. Alright, we're going to transform because that's just the way life is.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Good, stunned right off the bat. Alright, well, that's life.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
It's a good amount of damage, it's just not perfect. Well, we're not going to mess with that because we don't have any holy water. There was no combat up here, so this is a wasted trip.
As the light roguelike gains
I mean,
purchase,
you know, we got 1,000 gold and a jade.
and purpose is made clear.
Don't have any healers. That's going to be a trick. We can give someone a damage bonus. More combat. Give him another shot here. Can't kill any of these off the top. But we'll try and get this guy.
The blood.
Ooh, alright, I'm... Well, that doesn't start off on a good place.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Bellow? Oh, you can't bellow from here, so you bolster. Oh, it does get everyone.
A time to perform beyond one's limits. Back to the pit.
One of them lived.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
I
the
abandoned the wrong attack, I think? No, that's what I wanted to abandon. This is increasing their speed and their dodge.
The will to fight. Forward. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. Let's consider our options here.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
We still want to start like this. Maybe, though, like this. We'll have her operate from the last position there. We picked the wrong dungeon not to bring the stuff into, huh? Let's kill this guy. I am gonna absolve. I cannot believe these dodges. We bellow, we debuff them, reducing their dodge and speed, but not their accuracy.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration. As the fiend
Do some
falls,
flashing daggers.
faint hope blossoms. A powerful blow.
I don't know why I didn't try to apply a bleed on him. I'm very confused by my actions. Ball and chain again. Fortunately, he dodged. Alright, let's kill that one.
Destroy them all.
Kill that, which we would have killed had we used the right attack.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
The loot. Alright, things don't all fit in here.
That overconfidence is
Just fine.
insidious killer.
Let's get rid of the jade. Or the sapphire. I might have wanted to consider the move stone, honestly. Then we'll put everybody back in their proper positions. With a little bit of additional refinement. And we will get rid of the move stone for this. We've got a little bit more need for food yet, since we don't have good healers. In fact, I might do that right now. So this team's stress is going to be a problem as we continue forward, it seems. Also, we want to make sure to have our highwaymen go faster than our abomination. So we'll want to switch trinkets slightly. We don't want this Ancestor's Candle on our abomination. We can use it to do a little bit of stress relief early on. 1 hit point. Come on, boys. Let's activate Retribution then. Long term, I think this is the better choice than trying to do a bunch of damage with point blank shot. So we can get this stun. And we can perhaps put a defender there. Probably unnecessary, given that he was stunned. Yep, it was unnecessary. What fits in our inventory?
And driven into the mud.
These citrine are probably not super valuable to us. More damage. Alright, only thing that didn't fit in our inventory was the busts, which are not as important for us as other things. No combat in the next hallway. Do have a trap to disarm. Oh, now we've overflown again. Boy. Let's get rid of the blood. Let's get rid of the bandages. And let's reposition everybody just a little bit. Best at disarming. 90%. Go for it.
In Radiance, may we find.
And now we're hoping for scouting. We didn't get it. Hoping for a map. No map.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of.
Oh, there's that holy water. This is Trampled Journal 1. This is Trampled Journal 2. This is Blood-Soaked Pages. You know, I'm fairly tempted at this point just to be like, yeah, we're going to clear out these journal pages. There's only a few left. Let's get them. Forget the holy water. I'm not going back for that stuff.
Mind that such
I deserved that.
had not ruled.
I deserved that too, honestly. come on, you should be better at dodging. Only thing I can do for back here is absolve. We can do a little bit
Decimated.
of fighting still. The Muncher might have been the better choice. I'm gonna keep absolving. Carrion Eater is our last threat. Retribution would have been the better call last turn. It didn't matter, but kick to the face should end this combat. It does.
Success so clearly in view.
We'll just leave that blood behind.
Of the light.
This is probably our last combat. I didn't rearrange everyone. Looks like it didn't matter. I am not going to get either of these kills, so... At least I'm in range to fight. Oh. That's a horror. Fine.
Consumes the mind.
Don't stun him. That's a crit, so it's almost certainly going to stun him. Grumpy. At least we can activate Retribution then. I almost didn't pick that target because I wanted to use flashing daggers. Ah.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
I'll teach you to accuse me of things. Our riposts are doing fantastic work in this combat, but still. Whew. This poor team, they are not tough. Not nearly as tough as I thought they were. Let's defender somebody. Actually, I probably should have defended against the ball and chain. Alright, combat over.
Seize this momentum.
End of adventure. Let's go see what's in the hallway at the least, though. The answer is an empty crate, a wine barrel that could give a damage bonus, and a combat. Oops. Let's flashing daggers.
Executed with impunity.
Or absolving. Kill one little piggy. And then maybe stun this guy? Oh, I don't have that skill. Then we'll Retribution. Well, our Abomination's lost all his stress. That's a thing.
These nightmarish creatures can be
All right,
killed,
home we go.
can be beaten.
We did bring home 3 extra journal entries.
Confidence is shaken.
And every one of these guys is now at rank 1. They'll be able to fight a little bit better, but they're going to need a week off to think about, to ruminate.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Get rid of the Black Plague. I also probably should have been a little bit more cautious here with things that could be dealt with. Let's pay a bunch to get rid of Fear of the Eldritch. Those locked-in stress quirks are not... I am not a fan of them. Let's take a real quick look before we end the episode out here. I should be able to build the Jester's performance hall. So, great. Bonus speed and increased damage on Finale. We've got a ways to go on the Altar of Light and the House of the Yellow Hand. Both things I want built. We could... Nah, I was thinking like maybe we could just like force them into construction by using our existing other items, our crests and our busts. But then what are we going to do like in the future? Like it seems like a waste of resources. We do have a use for those busts, I'm just not using them right now. Because I don't want to use the crests. But why don't I want to use the crests? Neither of these use crests, right? No. The crests don't have any purpose right now. So let's finish increasing our sanitarium.
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things.
Very nice. Okay. So medical ward is got its full slatement there. Treatment library is a little bit cheaper. Yeah. There we go. Okay, those were good adjustments to our town. Thank you for tuning in. I extended that out a little bit longer than we were going to at the beginning. We are still not right away ready to fight the Shrieker, but it is where I will be going with these guys, and I'm going to use them to continue. Like right now, they're going to go on grain sacks, which will give us bumper cromp. Oh, but I can't send them out right away because they're kind of in bad shape. So it looks like instead we'll go over to the Cove, trigger Gentle Tide. Yeah, I'll go to the Cove, trigger Gentle Tide. I don't care about the Ancestor Signet Ring. Trigger Gentle Tide, and then, yeah, that sounds like a plan. I've completely lost focus. I gotta yell at the dog. Have a good day. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow.